Hello friends, this is Priyanka. Today we are going to study how to draw pressure enthalpy diagram for the two-stage compression refrigeration system with water intercooler, liquid subcooler and flash intercooler system. Now here the flash chamber is used as the intercooler as well as separator. Now let us first understand what are the processes that are taking place in this system, and with one by one process we will understand how to draw this pressure enthalpy diagram. So we will consider what is the state of this refrigerant at the initial point 1. So if we observe this diagram, before entering this low pressure compressor, here the state of the refrigerant is at point 1 and it is leaving the evaporator. Now here the evaporator pressure we will consider as a PE, and what is the state of refrigerant, that is it is at saturated vapor state. Now if we observe this pressure enthalpy diagram, here is the saturated vapor line and here the pressure, that is evaporator pressure PE. So we will consider the point of intersection. So at this pressure PE, this is the saturated vapor state and here will be the point 1. So this is the initial condition of the refrigerant while it is entering into this low pressure compressor. So what is the first process? So first process is isentropic compression, and that is taking place in this low pressure compressor, and that is the process 1 to 2. So means what? The entropy remains constant at the time of compression. So what is happening after compression? Its pressure is getting increased. So up to which pressure the compression process is taking place? Up to this flash chamber pressure the compression process is taking place. So we will consider here the flash chamber pressure will be PF. So we have to show the compression process from the point 1 to 2 with entropy remains constant. So how to show that? So let us first understand what is the entropy at this point 1. So entropy at this point 1 will be S1 at the constant entropy line. So in this way, here is the line, that is the constant entropy, and so we have to show that, or we have to extend this line up to this pressure PF. So this is the entropy, that is the constant entropy line S1 that is passing through the point 1, and we have to select the point of intersection at pressure PF. So this is the pressure PF and this is the constant entropy line, and at this point of intersection here is the point 2. That means up to this point the compression is taking place. Now we will move for the next process. So what is happening next? So here constant pressure cooling. Now if we observe what is the condition of the refrigerant, so it is at the superheated state at point 2. Now the cooling process is taking place. So this is the water intercooler. So here this is the water intercooler, and now the refrigerant is passing through this water intercooler and cooling process is taking place at the constant pressure. So what is the meaning of constant pressure? That is pressure PF. At pressure PF cooling process is taking place. So what is happening when cooling process is taking place? That means the enthalpy and its temperature is getting decreased. So we have to show the decrease in enthalpy. So here is the enthalpy line, but the pressure remains constant. Now here the de-superheating process is taking place. That means from this superheated state, at point 3 the refrigerant will remain also in superheated state, but its enthalpy is getting decreased. So we have to show that. So here we have to draw one horizontal line, and here will be the point 3. Now we will show arrow also. So here is the point 3. Now again if we move the next, there is the process 3 to 4. So what is the process 3 to 4? That is again constant pressure cooling. Now if we observe this diagram, after leaving this water intercooler, the refrigerant is passing from this flash chamber, and from this flash chamber there is the vapor refrigerant that is also contained in this flash chamber, and the cooling process is taking place because this flash chamber also acts the intercooler in this system. So when the cooling process is taking place, what is happening? The superheated vapor refrigerant is converted into the saturated vapor refrigerant. So how to show this process? So if we observe this diagram, this is the saturated vapor line. So our refrigerant will be converted up to the superheated vapor to saturated vapor. So we have to extend this line because the cooling process is taking place at constant pressure. So at pressure PF only, we have to show that 0.4 will be on this saturated vapor line. So here is the 0.4. Now we will move next. So here the process 3 to 4 is getting completed. Now at 0.4 refrigerant is at the saturated vapor state. Now when we observe the next, again it is entering into this high pressure compressor. So what is the process 4 to 5? So here 4 to 5 process is isentropic compression. That means entropy remains constant. So let us first understand what is the entropy at this 0.4. So the entropy at this 0.4 we will consider here at the S4, and at constant entropy the compression process is taking place. Now this compression process is taking place up to which pressure? That is equal to condenser pressure, and we will say that condenser pressure will be equal to Pc. So again I will extend this line. So this is the line with constant entropy, and up to this. So we have to find out what is the point of intersection. That is, this is the condenser pressure and this is the constant entropy line at 0.4. So this is the point of intersection, and that will be the 0.5. So in this way 4 to 5, that is the isentropic compression. Now we will again move for the next, that is 5 to 6. So again if we observe here, the condensation process is taking place. Now this 0.5 is at the superheated state, that is the refrigerant is at the superheated state, but while it passing through this condenser, it is getting converted into the saturated liquid state, and this process is taking place at constant pressure and pressure equal to Pc. That means we have to show here the cooling process up to this saturated liquid line. So now I will show that. So here is the process. So this is the process, that is 0.6. So we have to show arrow also. So this process 5 to 6 is getting completed. Now again if we move the next, now what is the process 6 to 7? That is, again there is the liquid subcooler. So here the liquid refrigerant is used for the subcooling process, and again there is the cooling process. Now what is happening after 0.6 when cooling process is done, and that process is done at the constant pressure. So here again there is the constant pressure cooling, that is pressure will remain same, that is equal to condenser pressure Pc. So how to find out this? So for that we have to first find out up to which temperature the cooling process is taking place. So we will consider for the 0.7, that is after it leaves this liquid subcooler, that is at 0.7, the temperature will be T7. So at that certain temperature we have to find out for where is that temperature within this saturated liquid line. Suppose I will draw here in the form of dash and dot. So here is the temperature of T7. Up to T7 temperature this subcooling process is taking place. Then this is the point of intersection with this saturated liquid line and this temperature line. Now we have to extend this point in the upward direction. So now I will show here. and here will be our 0.7. Now this 0.7 is on the temperature of T7. So up to this point, that is up to this 0.7, the cooling process or subcooling process is taking place. So in this way, up to this point we have to show there is the cooling process. Now we have to show with this arrow. So this process 6 to 7 is getting completed. Now if we observe, there is again expansion valve E1. So what is happening with this expansion valve? That is, the pressure is getting decreased, but here the expansion is taking place at constant enthalpy, that is from 7 to 8. Now if we observe in this expansion valve, the pressure, how much extent it is getting decreased. So here is the condenser pressure PC and here is the flash chamber pressure PF. So this condenser pressure PC is getting decreased up to flash chamber pressure PF. That means we have to show decrease in pressure with constant enthalpy. So I will show that. We have to draw here straight vertical line up to pressure PF. So here will be the 0.8. When the refrigerant is leaving the expansion valve E1, then here at 0.8 refrigerant is at vapor plus liquid condition. So if we observe, this flash chamber acts as a separator. So here the refrigerant is getting separated as a vapor as well as liquid form. So if we observe, the vapor refrigerant is passed through this process 3 to 4 and the liquid refrigerant is again passed through the next process for the expansion valve E2. Now how to show here in this diagram? So whatever is the vapor refrigerant, that we have to show from this 0.8, it is moving to the process 3 to 4. So here we have to show this from 0.8. Here is the refrigerant, that is vapor refrigerant moving up to this saturated vapor line. And what is the liquid refrigerant? That is moving here towards this saturated liquid line up to this 0.9. So here is the 0.9. So this process 8 to 9 is getting completed. Now what is happening? After 0.9, it is again entering into this expansion valve. So what is the next process? That is 9 to 10, and that is the expansion at constant enthalpy. So here the expansion is done up to the pressure, that is the evaporator pressure PE. So we have to show this process 9 to 10. So here this saturated liquid line, here is the 0.9 at pressure flash chamber. So we have to show the decrease in pressure up to pressure, that is evaporator pressure. And this is the point, that is 0.10. Now we will move for the next process. So again, after this expansion, in this expansion valve E2, the evaporation process is taking place from the point 10 to 1. So this evaporation process is taking place at the constant pressure, and here the phase change process is taking place. That means at 0.10 the refrigerant is at liquid plus vapor form and it is getting converted into the saturated vapor state. So for this phase change process, what is the heat evolved is taken from the surrounding media which is to be cooled, and here the refrigerating effect is taking place in this evaporator. So we have to show this process 10 to 1, that is taking place at constant pressure, and we have to show the arrow also. Let us first understand some important formulas related to this system. So we will consider the mass of refrigerant that is moving in this evaporator as well as low pressure compressor is M1, and in this high pressure compressor and condenser the mass is M2. Now how to calculate this mass M1? So for this evaporation process the mass of refrigerant is M1. So M1 is equal to refrigeration effect divided by enthalpy difference during this evaporation process. So what is this refrigeration effect? So suppose we will consider the load on the evaporator is Q, then refrigeration effect is equal to 210 Q divided by enthalpy difference for this process 10 to 1. So here is the point 10. So here is 10, that is we will say that enthalpy at point 10 will be H10. And if we observe, here is the point 9, that is on the saturated liquid line. So we will say that which is equal to HF9. And here is the enthalpy at point 1, that is H1. So what is the enthalpy difference? That is H1 minus HF9 and H1 minus H10. So we have to write this. So we can either use H10 or we can use here HF9. So these are the formula for calculation of mass M1, and unit is kilogram per minute. Now again if we observe, here is the flash chamber. So heat taken by this flash intercooler is equal to heat given by this flash intercooler, because this flash chamber is acting as a intercooler. So if we observe what is the incoming waves and outgoing waves for this flash chamber. So here at point 8 there is the refrigerant is incoming to the flash chamber, and at point 3 also refrigerant is coming to this flash chamber, and from point 9 as well as 4 the refrigerant is outgoing from the flash chamber. Now how to find out what is the heat taken by flash intercooler? So we have to take for this point 8 and point 3 what is the enthalpy at these 2 points as well as mass of the refrigerant. Now if we observe at this point 3 what is the mass of refrigerant, that is M1. So we have to write M1 into enthalpy at point 3, that is H3, plus here what is the mass, that is mass is M2. So M2 into H8, which is equal to now heat given by the flash intercooler. So we have to write here outgoing waves. So here suppose this from this point 9 what is the mass of refrigerant, that is M1, and enthalpy at point 9, that is M1 into H9, plus at point 4 what is the mass, that is M2 into H4. So this is the formula that we can write. So this is the formula or equation in terms of M1 and M2. So we can write here the mass M2 in terms of M1. So again we will simplify this. We will take here M1 and M2 as a common. Therefore M2 is equal to M1 into H3 minus HF9 divided by H4 minus H8. Now if we observe here the enthalpy at point 8, which is equal to HF7. So we can write here H8 is equal to HF7. So instead of H8 we can use here as a HF7 in the formula. Now again we will move the next point. So what is the refrigeration effect? So refrigeration effect is taking place during the process 10 to 1. So again we have to take here mass multiplied by the mass of refrigerant multiplied by the enthalpy difference. So how we can write here? That is the mass M1 multiplied by what is the enthalpy during process 10 to 1, that is H1 minus H10, or instead of H10 we will use here as a HF9. So H1 minus HF9, which is equal to 210 Q. Then we will move for the work done. So here work is done during this compression process, that is low pressure compressor and high pressure compressor. So total work done is equal to work at this low pressure compressor, that is WL, plus work at is high pressure compressor, that is WH. So how to find out? So low pressure compression process is 1 to 2. So here is the process 1 to 2. So here enthalpy we have to write H2. So how we can write this? So what is the mass here? M1 multiplied by enthalpy difference H2 minus H1. Now here compression process 4 to 5. So here if we observe, H4 is there and here H5 is there. So again, what is the mass? That is M2 multiplied by enthalpy difference, that is H5 minus H4. So if we add this, we will get the total work done. Now what is the formula to calculate power required to drive the system? So this power we can calculate from this work done by 60. So this W divided by 60 will give us power in kilowatt. And then we will move for the coefficient of performance. So what is the formula? That is coefficient of performance is equal to refrigeration effect divided by W. So for the refrigeration effect, as per the given data, we can use any one of these formula, that is M1H1 minus H10 or M1H1 minus HF9 or 210Q. And for the work done, we will use this formula, or we can use here W is equal to power multiplied by 60, and that depends on the given data. So this is the list of the formulas that are important while solving the problems.